Good morning, everybody. It's Marty, the JavaScript party. I'm my buddy Rhett here. I only have a few minutes this morning because I was a chatty Cathy all morning. I was just talking and thinking and stuff like that um, about all kinds of stuff. But one thing is, in this project, we are currently on a massive detour. And the detour is because I discovered something that I just didn't know anything about until, um, maybe last week, maybe over the last weekend. I think today is Wednesday, and I believe I might have sort of run across the concept on Saturday, and that is detached nodes. I think that we maybe last week when we were trying to figure stuff out about deleting and stuff, we might have run into the concept of detached nodes, but I think it's important. It's hard to tell. It's really, really hard to tell. A lot of times these sort of concepts sort of come and go, um, and they're like all the rage, and then they become nothing. Right now, the whole IT industry in the United States is just a complete disaster. I mean, it's just complete disaster, which doesn't surprise me. I think the main problem is that like literally 99 out of 100 people who are IT professionals have no idea how to code. Um, I would say that probably 3 out of 4 of them would just freely admit, "Oh yeah, I don't know how to code. I have some other role in IT that isn't code based." But all I work with a lot of people who know how to code, who know how to code, and I would say the people that they work with that they think know how to code, if you were to take 100 of them, probably like 9 out of 10 don't know how to code at all. Um, and I would say that at least half the people in the U.S. who think that they know how to code, or who present themselves as full-time coders, um, and don't know how to code, think that they know how to code. Um, it's very delusional. Just because you can sort of mimic something in a quiz or a test, or you can be given a specific problem and then figure out how to come up with the pre-specified answer. That's a whole different skill than knowing how to code. Knowing how to code is when you can actually create brand new, innovative solutions, which is very, very rare. And what's really happened is that we've gotten to the point where um, we don't, where we're discouraging people who could be very good at coding from entering the field, and we're encouraging people who are going to absolutely hate coding to go into. People will be like, "Oh, you should be a coder," and then they hate it. They absolutely hate it. I can't. I feel like that's the saddest thing in the world. It's when I meet someone who's got like a master's degree in computer science and they can code, but they just hate it. They absolutely hate it. That really, and I run into that all the time. Anyways, I have a nut here for Rhett. There you go, girl. And it is 8:47, so I only have 8 minutes. So I'm gonna push click into my browser just to get the focus in there. I'm hit F12, and then I'm going to. Last night was doing something in the debug in here, so, and it was on my laptop without this extra monitor. And I'm going to go to memory, and I click this detached element profiling type, and then wow, that would be interesting. Right now I already have 22 megabytes. So we've been looking at doing this for a while. It's weird that I have this much already. I feel like it would normally run at 16 megabytes. So let me hit refresh. Now we're at 31 and a half megabytes. So that's weird, right? So right off the bat, that is very, very strange. So I'm going to take my snapshot, and I would think I don't have any detached elements at this point, but let's just double check. Oh, I do. So I have detached elements, which is bizarre because I haven't even done anything. So I have elements that used to exist in the DOM and they already don't exist. And it seems to all be about this map focus indicator and this map reflow button. So these two buttons exist in the DOM, but they don't exist, but there's nothing that can reach them. which is, bizarre. I don't really understand that. Let me close this. Um, hit refresh. I don't know what happens in the console when you hit refresh. Okay, let's delete this. Let's hit take snapshot. So now we're at 17.8 megs, 18 megs. So I don't know. Oh, I wonder if I mouse over, if that goes up. See, it's just slowly rising, even though I haven't. Yeah, so every time I mouse over this, it's going up. Okay, so I'm gonna hit refresh again. Not even go into it, like not even mouse over. Let me move this completely off there and hit refresh again. Go over here, let it refresh, and then hit take snapshot. I'm trying to find my detached elements. So I have these two detached elements. It says node count of 10, so I'm guessing there's 10 detached reflow button map focus indicators, which is absolutely bizarre. I just don't even know what to think. So what happens if I go into my app component and I just delete all of this stuff? I don't know if I can. I don't know. I might have I just make this say hello. Can I do that? Yeah, it's upset about. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. So maybe that is the problem is, and I tried to be really, really careful when I set this up. So let's go ahead and get rid of all of this code. Hit save, see if I can compile now. Okay, so now it's just giving me warnings about this. And see, I can only do this because I have everything committed. If I didn't have everything committed, I would. So now let's see. Are we happy? We're happy. Okay, so now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to clear this. We don't have anything going on. I did go over it, so who knows? And we'll hit. So I'm looking at 14.5 megs. Take the snapshot. I have no detached nodes. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to undo this. Just, okay, so it won't let me do that. Okay, so let me just have this. Let's reload. And this is the time to do stuff like this, right? Like when you're working on your own thing, you gotta learn this stuff. So, and it is bizarre that we have 31 megs of space. Okay, so yeah, 31 megs of memory, and literally all it has is this router outlet in there, but we have no detached elements. All right, so we're gonna go Control Z, and then we're gonna Control Z, and we're not actually gonna have any code. We're just gonna let the imports be there so it knows. And we're gonna hit refresh. And I would say that these are the kinds of things that are nothing to worry about until there's something to worry about. And then when they become something to worry about, suddenly you're like, yeah, so literally we have detached nodes. And all we've done is draw these two things on the screen. So I'm going to go to my, so I have a little bit of time. So if I remove, I don't know if I can remove this, because maybe it's something that's happening in here. So let's go ahead and do this. See if I can do it. Okay, so that's fine. That I didn't know if it was gonna. Well, I guess we still don't know. Is it gonna compile? Okay, let's clear this. Refresh this, and it's upset. Oh, and this, my friends, may be the problem. So here's where we subscribe to the menu being closed, but we never, ever get rid of that. Um, I think this may be a problem, and and yeah, that's my bad. That is totally my bad on that. So yeah, all right. I think that's a good stopping place, mostly because I don't have any more time. But I do think it's important to sort of like these things come along. Like when I was like, I don't know, it was like 20 years ago. I wanted this thing called a chumby for Christmas, and it was this like a thing called an internet appliance, and the internet appliance, and so I got it on Christmas Day, and then I tried to connect it to the internet, and basically it ended up bricking itself because apparently like 70,000 other people got one, and we all tried to get the information, and the way it was coded only to work the first time. I mean, like if it failed to get, it just assumed it was going to succeed. I think that's what happened, and it didn't work. And it basically it was a very cute little tool, but it didn't ever work. You should look it up. It's called a chumby. But like, I was working at CNN at the time, and you know what? Rendering things for the chumby was never an issue. A few years later, the people at Apple gave all the executives at CNN iPhones, and every single day we would get a complaint about something not showing up properly on the iPhone. The Chumby was never a problem. The iPhone was a problem. We had to get that stuff to work right on the iPhone. Um, I don't know if this detached nodes is going to be a thing or not. It may not. It's hard to tell. But it's going to be a lot easier to understand this now than it is down the road when all kinds of different sorts of information get out there about it. But I do think that subscribe might be my problem. So hopefully I can work on that tomorrow. Happy coding, everybody. Bye.